This is Sarge. I adopted Sarge from the South Korean dog meat trade. Been here about a year now. One of the best animals and best pets I've ever had. The rescue dropped him off at the house. So he says, well, he's pretty good on a leash. And this kid was getting drug all over the house here, and Sarge was, of course, marking the couch, the chair. At that moment right there, I realized, holy cow, I don't think this dog's ever been in a house before. And I didn't really fully understand the ramifications of him coming from Korea. I knew he was a meat dog, but it hadn't quite sunk in at the time, and until I saw him. Timid, afraid, not housebroken, clearly was abused. So it was a little more difficult, took a little bit more time with, a lot of positive reinforcement with the potty training, a lot of praise, and, I think it was probably 6 months later and he finally got it. And clearly, he didn't get any love and attention at any point in his life. I didn't really fathom the fact that they were growing dogs as livestock, specifically just to kill and eat them. It's horrific. When we first got him, he would just hide in his kennel. He's horrified of everybody and everything. The saddest eyes. You look at him today, he's a perfectly behaved dog. I guess the cage that he was in, he couldn't move around, couldn't really walk, and Sarge got up every morning and the first thing he did was run into the backyard, and this is his morning routine. Runs over the other dogs so he could be the first one out in the backyard. Runs back and forth, no real destination, just the pure joy of getting out and running. Well, I've got a 14-year-old English Mastiff and an 8.5-year-old English Mastiff. Initially, my male Mastiff, the 8.5-year-old, he was put out a little bit because he thought Sarge was going to be a little bit of a threat to him, but they get along famously. They spend a lot of time together. They're family.
My first impression of Sarge was you couldn't help but just feel sorry for this sweet little boy. He's not aggressive at all. I bring my dogs over here, my little Chihuahua and my little Terrier. The 5 of them run and they're a pack. And my little Chihuahua will snuggle up and sleep with Sarge.
Hard to believe that there's that many farms specifically just to raise, kill, and butcher dogs. It's real upsetting.
I just don't think it's necessary. I just can't imagine that that little boy needs to be someone's dinner. It's not right.
Especially once you get to know and love one of these dogs from there, specifically. What are you doing? How could you turn this over to somebody, throw it on a plate in a restaurant? It's sickening.
It's absurd to think that these animals should be bred for meat and then can't be rehabilitated to be a pet. That's absurd. I would implore them to make a change. He's a great addition to our family.